Number 4, Spitfire. Well, in this game, we have two different game modes. If you push button number 1 on your Fairchild Channel F, you start a two-player game where one player flies the Red Baron, the other guy flies the Blue Max. If you push button number 2, that's the one-player game where you'll be flying the Blue Max, right over here, against the Red Baron, which is going to be computer-controlled. Now, VideoCart number 4 was one of the first cartridges out there that had a CPU-guided opponent that was actually actively hunting the player to shoot him down in this case. So that's pretty cool. Now, what's interesting also about this cartridge, it's called Spitfire, but yet it talks about the Red Baron, which was Manfred von Richthofen, and it talks about the Blue Max, which the first Blue Max was Max Immelmann, the same Max Immelmann that the famous aerobatic maneuver is named after, where you have an airplane that goes into a steep climb, rolls over on its back, and then rolls over to exit the turn right side up again. However, these were World War I pilots, but the Spitfire was actually a World War II plane. So it's kind of interesting how they call the game Spitfire, but we're talking about World War I planes and flying aces. Now, the Blue Max was not just one guy. That was a Medal of Honor that was issued by the Germans for their top pilots. So it's kind of interesting that we have the Red Baron and the Blue Max, which is basically two Germans fighting each other. So it's kind of weird that they actually did that. The planes themselves, considering the rudimentary graphics that the Fairchild has, they did a fairly decent job of representing a plane. These actually kind of look like those little BG planes from the the 40s and 50s, those racing planes. That's what they remind me of. But still a good game to play. It's a lot of fun. Basic screen here. You have your two planes. Got the control tower here in the middle. And you have all the open sky to fly in. Now, the planes can fly off the edges of the screen, and those are called the clouds, according to the manual. So you can actually hide in here if you want to. Now, the controls of the game are very basic. You have push forward on the joystick to dive, pull back to climb, depress the joystick to fire, and that's about it. The only sound effects the game has in it is when a plane gets shot down. So, basically I make your own sound effects, like you're shooting the machine gun and stuff like that, which is what I used to do back then. Let's go ahead and start up a one-player game. Let's hit the reset here. Now I want to start a one-player game, which is button number 2. And it starts immediately as soon as you hit button 2 with the countdown. I just shot down the Red Baron. That's the only sound effect in the game. There's no flying sound effect. There's no machine gun sound effect. Oh, he got me. And what's interesting is as you play the game, the more you shoot down the Red Baron, the more aggressive he gets at locking onto your airplane. So it has adaptive AI on it. Boy, he's nailing me something fierce right now. This game also features 4 different speeds of gameplay. I think this is like the number 2 speed. So if you hit the hold button, which is button number 3, hit the 2 button, which is mode, you can select the fastest speed, which is number 4. Hit start again. It'll do a countdown. And now the planes go much faster, as you can see right there. Whoa! I got nailed. Try it again. You see, you tend to want to make your own sound effects as you play the game. Oh! Whoa! Okay, now we're in the forever loop. Try to do a figure 8 here, see if I can get behind him. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, he got me. Okay, I'm going to go off the screen and see if I can hide in the clouds here. So now I'm in the clouds, but he can still see me, it's unfortunate. But if you're playing 2 players, it's a great strategy for you to hide out and then pop out and pounce on your opponent out of nowhere. Now let's show the slowest speed. So hit hold again. Oh, hold. Stop. There we go. Mode 1. Start. And now this is the slowest speed the game can run. Pretty neat. It's actually a pretty fun game to play with the basic graphics and everything. It's fairly challenging. This cartridge was released in 1977, so it was the first official release after the 3 launch titles. And I first saw this game on a demo kiosk in Montgomery Wards. That's where I first saw it. Now another thing we used to do, back when I used to play this when I was younger, let me hit hold, is we used to add our own clouds to the screen. Now using a regular CRT, it has a lot of static electricity on the screen, so the clouds would actually stick up there. Using an LCD screen, I've got to actually help it here. So I just get a little piece of tape, put it back the cloud, and then I would just stick my own little cloud in here, just like so, to add a little bit more challenge to the game, especially when you're playing 2-player. It doesn't matter if the computer's playing because it can see you no matter where you're at on the screen. But when you're playing 2 players, it's actually kind of fun to have these little extra obstacles on here. You actually go in the cloud and hide, switch directions, all that kind of good stuff. And you can add more clouds to the screen if you want to increase the difficulty. It adds a little bit more to the game when you do that. Oh, he's still shooting me down like crazy. Get up, get up. I gotta shoot him down at least once. Making overlays like this is very reminiscent of the overlays used to come with the Odyssey 1 that you stick over your TV screen. Right around the screen. Got him, there we go. So overall, this is actually a very fun game to play on the Fairchild Channel F. If you have a chance to get a hold of this game, I recommend it. It's a good game for 2 people to play. And the AI is not too bad either. So that's pretty much all. Thanks for watching.